Hi, family, friends, beautiful people. I am happy to welcome you to the 23rd edition of the Corona Chronicles, entitled Living with Spiders. Living with Spiders. The BBC World News ran a report on the 25th of May 2020 in which they stated that a woman, Kathleen Henderson, who loved spiders and working with spiders, she was a part of a touring group in Australia, spider traveling exhibition. And when the coronavirus hit, the pandemic hit, she was caught with all these spiders because the exhibition was closed. She was left with a room full of spiders. As a matter of fact, she had 70, yes, 70 spiders in her room, including some species that needed to walk around and exercise daily. Walk around and exercise daily. At the same time, another report stated that a student in Portsmouth, England, had a giant tarantula in her room because, of course, of the pandemic. She did not only had that tarantula there, but she also had the crickets that it fed on in her room there as well. And so these chirping crickets and this giant tarantula were all there in her room. As a matter of fact, the reports continued about spiders, that in lockdown, more and more people saw the false widow spider in the garages as they were cleaning. The false widow spider, who's a relative of the deadly black widow, but this false widow has its own set of venom. It came to Britain about 200 years ago in bananas from the Canary Islands. While the poison is mild in comparison to its cousin, the black widow, it still can cause people to be hospitalized with bruises, etc., and swellings, etc. As a matter of fact, a just concluded study of an undisturbed grass field in Sussex, England, found 5.5 million spiders per hectare. You see, the thing about spiders is that some of them produce cobwebs. Only 17 of Britain's 37 families of spiders use webs to capture their prey. These webs come in many different forms, from the much admired orb web of the garden spiders and their relatives to the most less tangled webs of the daddy long legs. Some types of webs are actually endurance structures. Oftentimes, they are extensive funnels for the spiders. As a matter of fact, sometimes these webs can last for years, and other families of spiders can inhabit these webs. Some spiders, they weave a web of pure silk, and then they recycle the amino acids in those webs to provide protein for themselves and for their offspring. See, to the human being, cobwebs are a hindrance. Our faces or hands, etc., get caught in them once there's spiders around spinning these webs. Cobwebs could be annoying, but to the spider, cobwebs are a lifeline. Today, I want to liken these webs to the various hindrances and challenges and trials and tribulations that we face in our lives. You see, friends, it's about how you see them. You could see them, as the spider does, as a lifeline, or you can see them as a hindrance. God allows the webs of trials to be spun in various patterns. But what He wants us to see are the endless possibilities for growth, development of faith, and engaging with Him in prayer and a very personal and intimate relationship. On the other hand, just as these webs can be beautiful, the devil also can spin his own webs of beauty that will blind our eyes and we will not see his deception. You know, there is a poem, The Spider and the Fly, by Mary Howitt. And this story tells of a fly who passed by a spider's web and he invited her in, but she went away. She did not take his pleadings to come in to the parlor that he had created. But because of curiosity, she went back and she heeded the enticing voice of the spider and she went into the parlor, and we know the rest of the story. She was promptly eaten. I want us to instead take the web as something of the trials, something of the patterns that God is putting us through, the tribulations, the challenges. And let's see the beauty, let's see the opportunities that we can take. And so the next time you see a spider, you can either look at that spider and its web as a threat, or you can look at that spider and its web as an opportunity. Make the comparison. Let the trials and tribulations and all of that come to you in life be opportunities for you to trust God, for you to test God, for you to be able to have a beautiful relationship with God. God bless you.